Hello, this is Eric Slimp, and this is Kayla Slimp. We are with the MD Buyline division of Track Manager. Today we're starting the first segment of a 5-part series talking about purchase services sourcing and how we're able to work with some of our members really to mitigate some of those challenges that purchase service sourcing brings forth and how we're able to resolve some of those issues. So first off, I want to clear something up. Kayla and I are brother and sister. We're not husband and wife, although some people accuse us of being so. So it's made for some awkward conversations. But Kayla is happily single, is what she would like you to know. But anyway, we'll start off. Kayla, first off, we talk about purchase services a lot, and it's a hot topic right now. So what is the single most important thing about purchase services? What makes it so forthcoming right now?
Sure. I think the main reason it's getting a lot of attention and picking up as people are experiencing this is we're seeing a huge savings opportunity in these categories. So whether we're looking at something like elevators that falls under facilities or something more clinical like dialysis, we're routinely identifying 15, 20, 25% off of these contracts. And we're really just finding it's an untapped market. So in the capital space, this has been something that's been looked at for a while. At MD Buyline, we've been looking at capital for 30 years. So it's really a newer, hotter topic where if you bring something to the negotiation table, you're going to achieve pretty significant savings off those contracts.
Right. And I think it's important also to point out that it's not just a big opportunity from a percentage perspective, but it's a huge bucket of spend that we're dealing with here. We're routinely looking at AP spend data from our hospitals that we work with, and it's almost always that purchase services are the second highest, really behind your in-house staff in terms of spend. So it's not just a small piece of the puzzle that we're working with. So there's some huge savings, and they tend to be recurring also, since they're contracts that are renewing annually, or you're able to achieve savings year after year on these types of contracts rather than a one-time savings event like you see in capital.
Right, and a major reason why you're seeing the savings recurring is because the spend is recurring as every single day these vendors are coming into your hospital and providing services to your patients, whether that's someone bringing a tray of food or making sure the linens are clean when they arrive, or even performing clinical services. That if these vendors were to leave your hospital, the operational impact that would have would just be significant. So it's a really important thing to focus on to make sure that your flow of your daily operations go well.
Right, and we talk about purchase services a lot in the context of the idea of it is to outsource all of those things that are outside of the core competency of a hospital so that they can focus on their patients. And that's true, but we have to also remember that it is that hospitals are outsourcing the clinical roles as well. So these are dialysis professionals, perfusionists, even in the operating room. A lot of these people are contractors interacting directly with your patients and providing patient care.
And another important impact, as you bring up, that a lot of these vendors are interacting with your clients. That's going to highly impact your patient satisfaction and your HCAP. So there's another impact to be had here, and that's the revenue side of things. That this could largely impact your reimbursements if you don't have a robust contract in place with the right vendor. And then even beyond just the HCAPs, a fun way that we've seen some hospitals increase their revenue is through vending services. So you have your Coke machines in the hallways, and usually there's a revenue sharing model. We worked with a hospital in Louisiana and helped them increase that to the industry standard revenue sharing percentage, and they were able to bring in an additional $1 million a year just on their Coke machines that the visitors and clinicians and patients were drinking. So basically the bottom line is here that if you start looking at purchase services, it's not just going to be supply chain that wins here. You're going to make your CFO happy when you talk to him about the revenue impact, and your CNO is going to profit from this. Your COO. This is good news for everyone in the hospital. If you start looking at these contracts, making sure you have the best contract, and making sure you're starting to save some money off of those.
Okay, so apparently you know a lot about this. So I've taught you well, apparently. In general, if I was a supply chain director, where do you suggest that I start the process?
I think you're getting a little ahead of us. You kind of just stole my thunder. I was about to lead in and let you guys know that in our next segment, we're going to talk about what we call the opportunity assessment, which is the process by which we help hospitals build out their roadmap and know where to get started on purchase services. So we hope you'll join us for that segment. Thanks so much.
Thank you.